get into it. Just when I thought my work was done, I did all my recording for the day, and I was about to chill out, get some editing done, maybe play some video games. And I look on my YouTube, I refresh my YouTube, and I see that Vince Staples has posted another song. It seems to be a sequel to his previous song, White Flag, that I reacted to. It's up on my channel now if you guys want to go see it. And this song is called Cotton.
I beg your pardon?
I think we already know what's about to happen here. We're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. I'm not even gonna waste y'all's time. Oh! Okay, and those are the bullet holes that he shot through in White Flag. Okay. Oh! Wait, was it a cone head?
You can't be so these young street punks might not.
Oh shit.
You are when Jesus died up on that cross. He left us lost, singing the same old song.
Damn, when Jesus died up on that cross, he left us lost singing the same old song.
But drop the needle, turn up the volume, record spinning, this show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling down.
I love this footage of just all of our history, in not just the good stuff, but the bad as well, and how we triumphed through it. Music really was our way of dealing. Is he using the flag that he shot up as a projector screen for this? Oh my God, I just realized that. That's got layers on its own. The flag that the American flag that he painted white, shot full of holes, and is now using as a projector screen to show stock footage of our people, of our culture. It's being played on the projector screen like you're looking at an old family recording, but it's on this flag that's shot to hell with bullets. It's turned into Swiss cheese, and it's the American flag. This is with everything that was discussed in the previous song now being used as an accessory here. God, bravo! Holy shit! Okay.
Pick me up when I feel like falling. Drop the needle, turn up that volume. Record spinning, this show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton.
Oh wow! And then the cotton fields.
Pick me up when I feel like falling down. As life goes on and gets close.
Yes, gets close.
Someone.
I love how the visuals perfectly match the lyrics. I love that.
That makes you whole. That's love.
It really looks like just home footage.
Don't be deceived if you choose wrong. They'll take everything. But
They will.
you turn up the volume, record spinning, this show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton. Pick me up when I feel like falling.
This really feels like a visualizer.
I feel like falling. Pick me up when I feel like falling. Drop the needle, turn up that volume. Record spinning, this show hypnotic. Music make you feel just like cotton. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling down. Pick me up when I feel like falling. Dance for me, dance for me. I wanna see you dance for me, dance for me.
I was wondering if they were gonna show it. Yeah, whether y'all like to acknowledge it or not, that is a huge part of our history. It's a dirty, ugly scar on our history, and we all wear it. But yeah, they did that. They did it. As much as like, oh my God, you can't show that. That they did it. Your ancestors did that to our ancestors in front of their kids, made the kids watch too. They were just nasty, dirty, and filthy about it. It's just how it goes. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Was that Michael?
I wanna see you dance for me, dance for me. I love to see you move for me, move for me. I wanna see you move.
I feel like we've had our little psychedelic trip, and then the cold hard reality is bleeding back in. And I love how it's being disguised as kind of this 70s, this 60s and 70s disco, like a club. This really is like a 70s club banger, and where the people are dancing, they're not realizing the lyrics. And if the visualizer didn't exist, this would be just another song playing in a disco somewhere for people to dance to. But we'll get into that when the video's over.
Pick me up when I feel like falling. Pick me up when I feel like falling.
Is he walking towards the flag? Is he walking around it? Very profound. Very. Is he building an album piece by piece? Crybaby, out June 5th, 2026. What's today? The 2nd? I'm going to be watching for that album. Where do I even begin? So we'll address the obvious stuff. The constant imagery flashing between black people having a good time and black tragedy. Now, I know there are people that are going to be like, why do you only show our tragedies? That's all you think that we're good for, is our shortcomings and our trials and tribulations. But I like the way he laced it in there. It wasn't too much of one thing. And you know, on this channel, I'm all about balance. And you need a good balance in order when you're going through something like this that is quite literally a mesh of not only good times, but tragedies. And you have to have that perfect balance in order to properly convey your message, because that was how black people maintained their inner balance. Through being beaten in the streets, through being lynched, through being shot dead, to having their children forced to watch these horrific acts, burning crosses in the lawns, hosing our ancestors down, sicking dogs on them. It's a part of our history. It is. Whether y'all want to act like it didn't exist or not, it will never not exist. You can't forget the past. Not because you want the past to consume you, but because it reminds you of where you come from. It reminds you of what you had to endure to get to where you are right now. And it reminds you of why we choose to fight. You can't erase history, white people, no matter how many times you try to cancel people for saying it. I respect you, Vince, for showing it. I think you should show it more. But then that's the balance. You can't show too much, because then people will become blinded by hatred, because that's all they see is their people being abused. That breeds resentment. And since they can't openly show that resentment and that animosity, it kind of sits and it dwells and it festers in the background until the inevitable straw that breaks the camel's back happens, and all of that pent up anger gets released, sometimes onto the wrong person. Perfect visuals. But there's another subject that I wanted to talk about that is persistent throughout this video. The triumph of black people despite their circumstances. The everlasting and divine being that is black joy, prospering throughout years and years of literal torture. They tried to beat it out of us, and yet it never died. That hope, that spirit, that joy, that reason to smile in the face of your enemy, it's still there, y'all. It's still there. It never went away. Never. No matter how many times they tried to erase it, they can never kill black joy. It is just a persisting, it's almost like otherworldly. I want to say it's almost cosmic in how simple it is, yet how powerful it is. It's so deeply ingrained into our culture that it's breathing. It's like breathing to us. Being able to smile in the face of adversity, being able to get up and still have joy when you've been knocked down repeatedly, decade after decade after decade of abuse. And yet, we still get up and smile. Maya Angelou said it, still I rise. When the enemy wants you to grovel in the dirt, to submit, just shut up and submit to us. That's all we want. And we still don't do it. And that is what pisses off these racist white people most of all, is that through all of our tribulations, we did not give up. Do you know how much joy that gives me to be able to look into the camera and say that shit? We won, y'all. We won. We won the mental game that white people have lost from the beginning. We have always found ways to prosper through trauma. White people still can't figure it out. They're just now starting to figure it out. But what took them a couple hundred years to figure out, we had to learn in maybe a couple of days, maybe a decade at the most. You don't know what I know. But yeah, man, rappers and artists, black artists have been talking about it for years. And the reason why white people are so enamored, are so transfixed on our culture, is because they genuinely cannot, for the life of them, understand how we have it within ourselves to be beaten down and still get back up. Because they would have given up yesterday. Yeah, no, they would have groveled and said, I surrender, I submit, do whatever you want. They'd have sold their souls yesterday. And yet, black people still prosper. We're still here. We still know our roots. We still have our music. We still have our cultures. We still have joy. And that's what these people hate, because they want it. They've wanted it for centuries, and they can't have it. And they will never have it. That's why people like Vince Staples and Kendrick and Clips and Chris Patrick and all of these other artists, that's why they're so important. That's why they want so badly to steal your joy. They want to control you because they want your joy. They want your power. That is our superpower. We are resilient. We are strong, headstrong, intelligent, gorgeous, geniuses, future entrepreneurs. We have dynasties of power that run through our blood. Kingdoms, nations, multi-billion-dollar businesses. We have their blood running through our veins. Be proud. Be proud of who you are. Because right now, people want so badly to diminish you and your worth. They want so badly to diminish your self-worth and try to tell you what your purpose is and try to tell you what your place is in the universe. If you were as insignificant as these white people say you were, why are you still here? It means he's not done with you yet. You're not done with you yet. Your chapter is still going. What the future chapters hold is entirely up to you. I'm gonna close with this. Cherish your joy. Savor your joy. Hoard it. Don't let anybody kill your joy. And I'll always remember my dad's former church, I should say. It's called the Rock Ministries. There was a little old black lady, and I smiled at her. Not just like with my lips, but like my teeth, because I have a gap the size of Ohio State in my mouth. I'm very aware of it, as people have loved to point out. I thought about getting rid of it, but I don't know, it's part of the brand now. People have said it's cute. A lot of people have said it's cute, actually. That's what happens when you go to therapy. You start realizing that, why should you feel ashamed of things that are beyond your control? Things that you were born with, things that make you unique from everybody else. Why should you be ashamed of being unique? It doesn't make sense. It's dumb. But this black lady said to me, never let anybody take away your smile. And those words have sat with me ever since. I never forgot, and I will never forget it. If I have kids sometime down the line when this economy isn't fucked to hell and back, I will pass that message down to my kids. Never let anybody take away your smile. And as always, I have been Nixus, and I will catch y'all in the next video. See ya. I want to give a special shout out to my members, Missy Gale Forever, Tasha Shea, Prosac War, Zoe Says So, E Drum Drum, Christopher Gee 203, Taki Speaks, Diego Ramirez 2000, and Jin2. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, and I promise I will make it worth your while. If you guys want to see your names up here, go ahead and subscribe and become a member. I will put your name at the end of every video, and I will give you guys a special shout out. Take care.